for the EDM news for August 21st, 2018. Before we get started, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor of the week, the Production Year Project. Production Year Project is a collective of producers that teaches you how to produce music without any musical theory knowledge. And they're giving away one pair of KRK Rocket speakers to one producer anywhere in the world. Click the link in the description and check it out. Our lead story of the week: on Twitter, the prodigal producer Madeon posted on his bio that he was retired. This bio stayed up for about 24 hours until it created a sufficient amount of buzz both on Reddit, Twitter, every other news site you could think of. After about 24 hours after that tweet went live, Madeon changed his bio to retired magician musician. Now, I've always taken Madeon as a musician with a huge bag of tricks up his sleeve. However, I would have never have taken him as someone that practiced magic on his own. But you never know until Twitter tells you, so next time you run into Madeon, maybe he'll pull a rabbit out of his hat or something like that. As far as new music news, ZHU recently tweeted that his album is all done. However, he's going to be going on tour for his Ringo's Desert EP that came out a couple months ago. Really big fan of that EP. You can check that review out on my personal channel. I could definitely see this project coming out after he's done touring, maybe beginning of 2019. Also, Afrojack has announced an EP titled Press Play that's going to be featuring a number of his fellow wall artists. I can definitely see this being sort of a compilation album, something very similar to what Revealed Recordings does, except rather than having Hardwell sort of headline the whole project, it's going to be Afrojack. So definitely look out for that if you're a big fan of big room house, electro house, and bass house. Lastly, Jaws has revealed his full track list for his debut album, The Wise and Wicked. It looks like it's broken up into different tiers or chapters, and there's going to be certain vibes for each and every one. But one critique is it does seem that some of the different sections seem a little short, while the ones seem like they have 5 songs on them. I'm just hoping that none of these different styles or chapters are going to be half-baked. I hope there's going to be some sort of flow and all the ideas in each and every chapter are going to be fully synthesized. Just this past week, Medicine released his EP titled Irene. I don't really know what context. It seems like a very self-contained project from Medicine, or at least that's what I thought, until he recently revealed the true meaning behind Irene. It was revealed that Irene was actually Medicine's caretaker while he was in rehab, while he was in a very dark place and no one else could really reach him. Irene was able to give meaning to Medicine's life and ultimately this project as well. As far as other artist insights go, Ekali this week came out as bisexual. You can read his thoughts on coming out on his Twitter feed, but I would just like to say that I really appreciate Ekali being such an open artist, whether it's mental health or sexuality. He really is just an open book, not judgmental, but also very nuanced in how he approaches these sort of subjects. Ekali is also going on tour with 1788L and Slumberjack. It's going to be super fire, so I'm excited for that. And now it's time for serious EDM news, because who doesn't want to get all serious when we talk about music that makes us dance and be happy, right? Our first serious story is Alison Wonderland has to liquidate her event production company because of financial losses in her latest tour. This tour, of course, is the Scarehouse tour, which went throughout Australia, had a number of amazing Australian producers such as Lido, then also A$AP Ferg was on it as well. Well, the tour itself went off without a hitch, and tickets were sold in large numbers for all the events. One event in particular had to be moved within 24 hours due to conditions. This, among some other things, kind of made the money not quite correct, and now the company is in over $700,000 worth of debt. Very unfortunate and sad. I heard really dope things about this event. I hope no one that was a part of the Scarehouse tour events gets blackballed for this, especially Alison Wonderland, because I heard really great things. Maybe it was just managed a little bit better financially, things would have worked out. In other serious news, the house DJ known as Jackmaster admits to sexual misconduct after one of his shows. He has now been since removed from his latest tour. One thing I'm gonna say is all these EDM sauce articles is like legendary house producer, prolific techno producer. I know none of these guys, okay? I try to listen to house. I listen to Boiler Room mixes. I do this and that. I don't know who this guy is, but whatever, he has admitted to his own wrongdoings to some degree. He said he was taking alcohol and GHB and that he's under the influence. However, that does not excuse his actions. It seems like it's sort of sorting out itself, so let's move on to our last story. Our last story legendary, prolific house DJ Paul Oakenfold is going to be the first DJ to ever play Stonehenge. Stonehenge could be a very cool sync location actually for a DJ set. I'm pretty sure it's for a charity and it's going to be a private event, but hopefully there's some videos or streams of it that we can see. So that was all the EDM news for this week. Let me know what you guys thought about the stories below. I'll see you guys next time. Also, George is still in Boombox Cartel. Shout out to George and Amerigo. They're super cool.